put it together. And you know, Fly, I think he gets a lot of hate at times with some plays that he makes. Especially we saw game one being a little bit too aggressive, but I think he can get it done. Like I think he's a really good carry. I'd like to see him perform and do his thing. But I'd also like to see LBZS upset here. Like I don't know, storylines are storylines. I have I have faith in both lineups. I almost want to say this is like a 50-50 for me.
No, I can definitely see that. I like the draft from LBZS, perhaps a little bit better, but overall I can be convinced that it's a 50-50.
30 seconds to battle.
Do they have any ways of cutting the trees? Egg, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go over 300?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, me neither.
What was that last question? Player with the most D wards? I'm gonna say FY.
I'll go with TZ. He's dewarding right now.
The
Nice.
battle begins.
Easy prediction.
That doesn't count yet.
Does. It already counts
know,
for me.
I
Yeah,
know.
Nice.
Unfortunately. I was hoping maybe it wouldn't count. How do you feel about Lifestealer? Just as a hero in general, like obviously it answered your like need a built-in BKB question, but what do you think of him just as a hero in the game at the moment?
Well, he wasn't really good for a really long time, right? Like there are some Eastern European players that are trying desperately to make him work, but most of the time I don't really feel that great about the Lifestealer. It does look like a decent game. It looked like a decent game until the Morphling was picked up, at least this time around.
And what lane do you think is the most important?
I think all lanes are kind of the same this time around. I don't see any big kill potential anywhere. My game has crashed as well. But when you look at it, like top lane is all right. Like it's nothing crazy. AA can definitely die if he's caught by the shards. I think that's probably the easiest kill on the map to make. On bottom lane, like you have one hero with rage and 3 heroes with mobility, so someone really has to mess up to die.
Right. So doesn't feel like there's probably going to be many deaths at the bottom unless somebody gets caught out. And this mid matchup seems pretty calm almost.
I think it's a pretty decent matchup for Quap, right? Like you spam, you move back, you farm up. You can't really be siphoned. It's like, how many heroes can deal with DP? It's Queen of Pain, I guess, and perhaps Lina. Is that it? No, I don't think there's anything else that can kind of stand its ground against the DP.
I'm interested to see how this AA performs. It feels like it's a very select.
Of course you are.
It doesn't get picked anymore.
You dirty AA spammer. Of course, that's the only thing you care about, even. Like this whole game,
Pretty much.
Guys, chat. This whole game, all he's gonna be doing is just following AA around. That's it.
Definitely didn't just double click the hero portrait. Auto follow. Make my life easy. Hands up off the keyboard.
Just double click on
Gabe
him,
and take
follow
the wheel.
around. Yep, yeah.
Yeah. Trying to think when the first like breakout's gonna be and who it's gonna be by, because obviously you've got FY who is on a mobile support who can kind of move over, but the question is, are you comfortable enough on this Pangolier to make a move over towards mid? And I would say kind of Tusk can make those movements, but
I think, yeah, you're
We'll
right.
see.
I think with Tusk, you can stay top and try and kill Oli. as he's extremely killable. Meanwhile, on bottom lane, JT, you can leave him alone. Like, once you get the equilibrium in his favor, you can instantly rotate mid, secure the 4-minute rune. I think that's what he's doing right now, even. You don't have to stay there and steal the experience.
I wonder if they are just going to give it up for him. Spirit Siphon.
Emo gets it. And he's gonna get the... Well, he's not gonna get the second one because Salad is there. He's securing the other rune, so PP will still get one bounty. One water rune.
Ooh, you say that, but he left too early.
FY
Unfortunate.
God. Yeah. It's a big deal as well, right? Like stealing both of these runes, like it makes it a bit harder to play the lane, especially if you're being spammed constantly by Quap. Oh, well, that's a bit short.
That roll ended up a bit short. Now they've got themselves the Shard, the tag team, and potentially the kill. The Boulder Smash is out. FY on the run, but First Blood is there for Salad. Quap trying to get a trade and Will with the Scream, so not terrible. Like, it gives up First Blood, split the experience between two for the side of LBZS, but the solo kill on the rebound is pretty okay for Emo, I would say.
Yeah, it is, because he gets that experience all along, right? Perhaps one thing that's bad for him is exactly this that's happening. Like, Salad can TP mid, but because FY already TP'd, he can't, so there's no bottle refill. But overall, if you're Emo, you're satisfied by that. Top of the CS charts, you got a kill as well. You're doing fine.
Wi-Fi just to see if he potentially makes an all agi mistake.
Oli is in problems. Like, he is so out
He's
of
dead.
position. Yeah.
Yeah, shards are there. Ooh, throws him over. Maybe not dead just yet. He actually walks away from this one. I spoke too soon. Oh my god. He juked him out. I can't believe Ollie survives that and LG goes down instead. If they get a +1 too, like, that is insane.
You should really stop predicting these things, Biko. Be more like me, you know? Never predict anything. Just follow the game. Damn, I actually thought he was so dead.
He was in the shards.
Yeah,
he looked super dead.
I called it like 5 seconds earlier, and it felt like if Ty just used Anchor Smash, he would have been. But yeah, the Iron Branch planted in the right position.
Sure what he was waiting for. Exorcism doing a lot of damage to this tower. They've got FY. They might make the jump. He kind of was in between three heroes, but this might work out for him. Trying to freeze over this Tusk, and does. But Ollie drops to PP, and that's not what you want.
Isn't PPDP like the most played hero for him? Like, whenever I think of PP, I think about DP and his BKB. It's like he gets that BKB very fast, just starts rolling over everyone. I know it's funny, but it's true at the same time. Like, when they were playing in Division 1, that's the only thing he played. Like, 24/7. PPDP. Very strong.
DP. Also sounds like a Star Wars, like
R2D2, yeah,
robot.
sure. C3PO, PPDP, yeah, it does.
Where are you going, PPDP? That would be the noise it would make. Yeah, definitely. All right, cool. So
Nice noise. Can you repeat that? I want to hear it one more time. Okay. Very nice.
Something like that. Along those lines. Thank you, PPDP. Appreciate that.
Emo.
Ooh, PP moving forward, knowing he's gonna freeze over, but he's got the Spirit Siphon.
Yeah, just to use that siphon to scare Emo a bit from being too aggressive on the rune. Meanwhile, it was the Phoenix that snatched the Arcane, right? So they are making Emo mad. Like, he's not really having... Like, he got that first kill, but the lane itself is not that great for him anymore.
Since then, he's been pressured pretty heavily.
Sinful Soul going for a Midas. Do you like that? Like on the Life Stealer, it's decent, right? Like
Dire's
you're also
structures are
playing into
fortified.
a Morphling, so you'll scale better, but perhaps you won't be as active early on. Rage TP, no?
Do you think it could cause him to miss timings though by going for the Midas first?
Bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Well,
top tower
it will slow down some other things, right? It depends what his build even is, but it will slow everything down as you're going for the Midas early on, at least.
They're TPing bottom and don't
He
get
has no
anything out
Ravage.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LG is level 6, but he didn't skill that Ravage, so he's just there to scare them away.
There to scare him away. It worked.
I'm seeing this Tidehunter, I'm seeing level 2 of Kraken Shell, and it makes me miss Stout Shield. You know, it was literally the same thing. You get 2 levels of Kraken Shell or a Stout Shield. Good times. Poor Man's Shield as well.
Gotta go the double stout, cut creep wave axe build.
Double Stout Axe in the jungle, yeah, let's go.
The best build that's ever happened.
No. The best build was Iron Talon LC in the jungle.
True.
That was it. You lose offlane, doesn't matter. Go to the jungle, come out with 15 items. Look how annoying he is with the satire. Like, Emo
Yeah,
lost
just
half of his HP.
constantly throwing out shockwaves. Like, I think LBZS are currently playing this first game really well.
JT?
Going for the Rolling Thunder and avoids the snowball
has been
completely.
killed.
And will hit them both, but not looking to move on from that. Not looking to play aggressive with the rest of the Rolling Thunder. The farm's going really well. Now moving it up to a 2K lead.
A 2K lead, and he has a Midas as well, by the way, completed on Life Stealer. I think he got it like, yeah, there you go, 15 seconds ago. He just used it the first time. So they're in a good spot. It's not bad. All 3 heroes again on top.
Sinful Soul. Kicked, raged. Like I just don't think he's getting pressured enough for that Midas not to pay off.
Like, the only thing that you can do...
Ravage?
Oh, Ravage.
It's onto the Queen of Pain. They've got the Snowball, Walrus Punch, Ice Blast comes down, Bot, Shield Crash on a 3, but JT
Almost. Yeah.
dying.
Do you know why that even happened? That's so interesting. Like, the reason why Emo was out of position is he was waiting for the AA Blast to connect. So he was actually setting up, but he got set up on a second earlier. Literally a second before the Ice Blast connected. I'm surprised FY wasn't there, but he's mid.
Yeah, mid FYing with the Magnetize. Cold Feet, not going to freeze him over. Magnetize, maybe he could get reapplied. Unfortunately,
Scanning.
never make that dive or attempt to go. But like, I think LBZS, especially with the Midas, are really okay with this slow pace. They haven't even lost the tower
Radiant's
yet.
bottom tower is under attack.
Get that full response.
Radiant
Solid gets
structures are fortified.
the flag carrier. No, you're right. Like exactly what you said. They're kind of fine with the slower pace, but I'm not so sure that in the long run is gonna pay off, because like we talked about earlier, Morphling seems like the ultimate win condition in this game. Then
Yeah,
again,
and he's farming pretty well too.
yeah. Then again, the team fight from LBZS is no joke later on. So, not sure. Like we'll see. I think this game is really close. It's hard to predict like which team will be really coming out on top later on.
See when the fights actually start breaking out.
Who's going to be coming out
Yeah,
on
exactly.
top?
Yeah, exactly. 'cause-
Salad's looking for like a blink. Like these first items, they can make or break where this game's going to go. And I guess the question is who gets out of the gate quicker. Queen of Pain and Tango are sitting a little bit lower on the net worth, but not crazy low. Like the game overall feels pretty even.
It is, because everyone is just farming. 14 minutes in, we have 5 kills. Like, get me out. Can they start doing some? Poke them a little bit. Take a stick and poke them, B-Cop. Make them do something like those cats. I feel like those cats in IG's bootcamp
Radiant's
fought more
bottom
than these two
tower is
teams
under attack.
so far in the game.
Yeah, I'm kind of questioning why it has been very calm, but I guess, you know, they're just trying to find the time, buy their first items, and be able to fight.
Yeah, you're waiting for the Midas. You were waiting for the Midas. Now you're waiting for the Blink on Tide, perhaps the Blink on Pango as well. That one move that they tried to do on bottom lane with the Ice Blast did not work, so that kind of made them play a bit more passive too. But they're smoking up now.
Might have found themselves a kill. Finally do. FY gets the kill on a TZ. They even it up at 3, and IG finally put themselves on the board in the last 7 or so minutes. $2K lead though.
2K lead with the Midas feels good, man.
Yeah, I think it's a decent spot, but Morphling's still farming just as quickly.
And what's the best about Sinful Soul is this a setup? Are they baiting because of the silence? Okay, there was no silence. They, again, Emo was trying to make a play on Lifestealer. Ice Blast was flying in. Maybe Ice Blast was the ult. He actually kills the Lifestealer, but he infested the Carti fast enough. There's a BKB on PP, the one we talked about. PP BKB, he's ready to go. I think they can... if you're LBZS, you have Egg, you have Ravage, you have DP ulti. You can use one of these things. I really think that you can. Perhaps use the Exorcism, take Rosh. That's an option.
Yeah, I think that would be a solid option. Get yourself that Aegis. It doesn't look like IG are really set to go.
Yeah, because before the BKB was up on DP, on PP, it was hard. Like, you go in the pit, you get hit by Ice Blast, you just lose the fight right there, right? Because of Magnetize. But with the BKB,
Ravage
fine.
and the Snowball Water Sponge. That's the combo to get the kill into Emo. They can put it together pretty quickly. The question is, can they sustain doing that to everybody here?
By the way, you were asking for these builds, for these heroes on Salad. And there you go, he has a Tusk in his hands. That same Tusk just completed a Blink Dagger, by the way.
Make that initiation a little bit easier, or even saves potentially possible with the Snowball with that Blink Dagger, right? Now, with the game being so calm, like, do you think that just one fight can break it all open?
I don't think that one fight will be
Speaking of
enough,
which-
but
Oh, Yule's Geomagnetic Grip, the Silence, and another roll with a Sonic Wave. They'll get the kill on the TZ.
I don't think that one fight will be enough, but I'm hoping for at least one. You know? Salad infested with the Blink Dagger. I don't know if that's enough damage to kill off someone like Quap, though. Before she blinks, that is.
They have the absolute utter control to make sure that they can keep them locked down. I don't think it is either. But just about 10K here for the Morphling. 20 minutes into the game and
Dire's top
only
tower
8
is
kills.
under
Like,
attack.
between two teams that were fighting all the time between games 1 and 2. Like,
Yeah,
this is
they-
a bit of a shock.
I feel like both of them realized, oh wait, if we lose this, we're out, right? Like, no one's going to TI if we lose this, so let's take it a little bit slower, a little bit more careful. Which is interesting because IG, they have this insane combo with Magnetize with A ulti, Pango as well. On the other side, you have this Egg, you have the Tusk with Blink. And everyone is just, you know, holding the trigger but not really pulling it.
They've got the weapon in the ready position. Ready to go at any moment, right?
Exactly. It's like nicer to think that you can do it without actually challenging yourself and ever trying. It's like, yeah, I could be a pro football player, but no, I don't really wanna.
I was just watching pickleball on TV, like a smaller tennis with wiffle balls, and I was like, I can be pro. Blink Dagger, Rolling Thunder, and the Silence. They'll get the kill on a TZ, but behind them is a kill on Ali.
the
Ravage
Yules.
with the Yules. Emo staying alive. You can tell by the way they threw that Ravage. Well, he's staying alive. Not for long, though. They do finally get that kill onto the Queen of Pain, and they commit the exorcism right
have-
outside the Roche pit.
They have no time to talk. They go straight into the pit. People.
Can they commit?
Radiant's middle
JT
tower
is
under
loud,
attack.
but it doesn't matter. It looks like they're gonna go back. Give up. Help me out here. I try to continue with your staying alive.
Thank you.
Dire
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
scanning.
I helped.
I helped. I did it.
I contributed. It was something.
Ooh, roll.
TZ.
Mid. And Supernova. Walrus Punch. This might line up with the snowball. Oh, just on the edge.
Fly,
They still got
fly.
the kill on a fly. Roll in. Oh, the Silence on a 3. Did that stop the Magnetize? No, I believe he might have gotten it off anyway. They still get the kill on the LG. Emo is the one who gets credit for that one. The roll back in, looking over at Sinful Soul. Sinful Soul is, well, Sinful Soulless. They take out this Life Stealer, and they're going to look over at the Tusk to get another one. IG now all of a sudden walking all over LBZS.
Yeah, they still get a really good fight, even though it started off so poorly. Like Fly just died there. I'm not sure even what happened. Couldn't he just morph strength? He was hitting the egg, so he wanted the attack speed. That's understandable. But still, I feel like the morphing didn't have to die in that engagement. Not the way he did, at least. One of the
Wait,
best.
you're telling me Fly Morphling didn't need to die in an engagement and could have just morphed strength?
You know it happens.
No, I know. I'm just giving him a hard time. I think overall the fight still went well. But look at this lockdown. Like Walrus Punch, Snowball. He never was morphing strength. Never got the chance.
One of the best things, one of the heroes' best things against Phoenix is the fact that you can get on top of the egg, plus you have a lot of attack speed, right? As long as you're in Agi, you just destroy the attack very, very quickly. You itemize in attack speed as well, so it helps having a morph against it. What doesn't help is going full Agi, though.
Oh gosh. GT picked off pretty easily again. Salad, this is one of those games that's like equivalent to his Earthshaker game, where he's just in on these kills. And they get the exorcism back up, so they're able to go back in a Roche and try this for attempt number 2.
Yeah, and you were talking about like some of these teams and the changes that they've made and whatnot. Like, when I look at LBZS, the only thing that I care about truly is PP and Salad. Like, if these two are together, like they're the ones that are difference makers. I really feel that way. Like, they're the ones that change a team from being like this tier 2 to tier 1.5. Give them that extra oomph.
Yeah, Salad's been a playmaker for a really long time. when he was known as Cat U, or even further back as Cat Feces. When he was playing for the newbie organization, and specifically newbie young, it felt like he was really doing a lot. Like he was playing a lot of Night Stalker. He might have still been playing the 3 position from what I'm thinking about, but he's been a playmaker for a while.
Dire's
And
top tower is under
it's
attack.
noticeable. Like you can see.
Yeah. He's confident in his moves. Like there's never a moment of hesitancy, you know? You're gonna roll twice on him. Look for the Ice Blast that lands on LG. Sonic Wave comes out that lands onto the Tusk, but they throw the Ravage, and I'm not sure really he's gonna do anything. Simple Soul, the Infest, keeping PP healthy. They've already lost OG as well as Salad. Supernova goes off behind them. Fly taking some damage. He needs to run away. But the Magnetize just thumping on them.
Simple
but not
Soul.
getting a kill on these 3 heroes. They'll freeze over on Simple Soul. They've got the Swashbuckle to take the Aegis out of his hands. They'll buy back on Salad. Salad trying to get back into the fight. The TP attempt from FY, and he's just gone.
Did they commit anything big on IG? Like no buybacks, nothing like that. No one even died.
No like buybacks, but their ults were used. It's not really big when everybody's using their ults.
Yeah. I love the amount of control that JT brought to that fight. Like PP just couldn't do anything. He was stuck, bounced against the wall like a million times. Also, they just didn't have enough control to kill off the Morphling. Morphling barely escaped the egg stun radius. I think if he got stunned there by the egg, maybe he would have fallen. But it's getting harder and harder to kill Fly anyway. He has that Scuddy.
Yeah, he's pretty farmed. Bottom tower, tier 2 is going to go down. 67-33.
I think it's probably this moment in the game in which Lifestealer is... Yeah, you kind of start feeling it. Up to this point, up until Morphling Skadi, you feel like the boss. The moment he gets the Skadi, you stop enjoying your Lifestealer game. Let's put it that way.
It's been fun, but the enjoyment might be over.
Yeah. He is moving towards Skadi as well. And that's something that's decent, right? Like you get the Skadi on Lifestealer, you get Shivas on someone like DP, eventually, or Phoenix. We'll see if either one of them goes for. And then Morphling can struggle quite a bit too.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Do anything with this small lead on IG.
Scanning. Radiant are scanning.
Is this a smoke? The convergence around the mid lane. JT and the 2 supports.
They don't have a smoke.
Yeah. My game crashed, so I don't see everyone's inventory. I gave up. I crashed like 15 times. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, pretty rare. I feel like we don't crash that much anymore, and Ollie, he's gonna crash down to Earth as he'll end up dying for 40 seconds. I'm wondering if LBZS is gonna use Exorcism to just keep going and try and get the tower, because they do have the Arcane Rune on PP.
Yeah, if you JT, he can roll out, right? Salad, however, he's kind of deep. A little
He's
bit,
kind
right?
of in.
Yeah, a little
He's
bit
in
deep.
way too far.
Tower is under attack.
That's a dieback as well, so he can't buy back. You need to forget about your top tier 2 dreams.
I figure out what they want to do with this Exorcism with the Arcane Rune, if anything. Yeah, they're just gonna let it run out. I'm surprised. Surprised it wasn't used for like farming or something like that.
I mean, you could have perhaps used it to pressure the tier 2, but because Tusk died so quickly, that became a non-option. Also, Rosh can't really respawn anytime soon, so it doesn't really matter. just save it for the next team fight, I guess.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Right.
attack.
Oh, Sinful Soul.
Never made the pressure move. A little bit surprising. They are smoked up on 2 still. Hmm. 4K lead.
Radiant's top tower
Pressuring
is
towards
under
top.
attack.
Looking at the top tier 1. Nobody here for LBZS. They're just kind of letting the tower go. They're letting IG bend them to their will.
They're like 400 or 500 gold away from Skadi on Lifestealer, so that's one of the reasons they're refusing to fight. Like, when you're so close to a big item, like, probably it's even better to let the objective go, finish it off, then fight afterwards. Plus, I feel like for LBZS, when Roche is about to spawn in like a minute and a half, probably not optimal to fight, right? But I say that.
And they're smoking me. Oh, right on him. Actually caught JT knowing exactly where he was, and they should be able to get this kill onto the Pangolier immediately. It's turned around on with a magnetize on every hero by FY, but the damage is just too much. And now that you've lost 2 on the side of IG, well, all of a sudden, they have an opening at Roche, but that's not up for another minute potentially, so that's not going to matter much. I will say what matters the most is the fact that apparently more than 300 trees have been cut down. I don't even know how that happened.
There's Phoenix, I feel like. That's the main reason. Like, every time he pops egg, every tree dies around, right? So. But a couple of really nice pickoffs and the tier 2 falling on the mid lane, coming off of Salads. Map awareness once again, just jumping into those trees, catching Pango instantly. Luckily for IG, those kills, they didn't really mean way too much, right? There's no Roshan still. It might respawn in 15 seconds, it might respawn in 3 minutes and 15 seconds, so they'll certainly have everyone ready and available to fight.
So this is going to be a very important Aegis. We'll see which way it goes. No exorcism available, but the time is 20 more seconds.
That's a really fast one.
Yeah, that's
DP
a fast one. Who do you think that benefits?
Well, will DP have exorcism even? Yeah, it definitely benefits IG, considering she's...
Yeah, it's going to be on cooldown for 30 more seconds after that. Now the question is, does IG make the move immediately, right? Like, FY's in there right as it spawns.
The question is, like, did they time the DP ulti to the second? Probably they have, but you're still playing into a neg, you're still playing into a ravage. It's not even only about that exorcism. They're still gonna try, it looks like. Fly is going in.
Ooh, blink. Nothing doing. FY, though, he's cliffed himself. So geomagnetic grip. They've got the silence. They should be able to get a quick kill here onto the Phoenix. But no, they go to the Ravage. They'll look for the Supernova. They'll get the kill to TZ and then finish off Salad. These heroes dropping on LBZS like flies as they lose Simple Soul. LG is going to be next, and 4 heroes are done on the Radiant team. And, well, Dire, they really didn't use all too much to... It felt very simple.
Yeah, what a
great
great...
magnetize Supernova, but it felt very simple.
Yeah, just a great roll on top of that cliff by FY, giving them enough vision, silencing the Phoenix. The Ravage was on top, but it literally connected with no one. They all BKB'd. Like, they all have BKBs. Look at this. He Ravages. All 3 heroes are BKB'd. They just continue hitting the egg. They destroyed them. A ulti on top of everyone as well. Lifestealer already used Infest, so he couldn't really get away either. DP was not close enough to use the ulti. Just a perfect execution from IG. That's exactly the fight that they needed.
Yeah, maybe being down to 1 more loss available before they get eliminated was the biggest part here, because they now have an opportunity to really pull ahead and potentially win this series.
Yeah, exactly. They need to go to really. They need to hit rock bottom, right? And then they can.
Then you can rejuvenate. More man smoke. This feels a little
Radiant's
desperate.
middle tower is under attack.
Oh, it's a 5-man smoke. They're infested. Ooh, look at this. Right on the high ground. They know exactly where they are. They're going to catch Salad. Pops out of the Infest. Supernova is not going to be available, so they can't rely on the egg. They do use that Sonic Wave to push them back and get the kill on a Salad. So they got themselves one. They'll get themselves a second with PP dropping. Dead for 70 seconds. They're going to the Rolling Thunder to catch up to the rest of these heroes and knock them up into the air and potentially kill them off. They'll find LG this way. Tide on the run, but inside his own base. He's not even safe there, though. Buyback. Now the Supernova's available, and they might have even caught themselves one in JT. Shards block him up. Supernova goes off, never lands on anybody. Fly turns into the Life Stealer, and well, the side of IG don't need to commit any further. They got the buybacks, and they don't have anything that they really need to stretch for on this one.
It's insane that JT even survived after diving so deep, and it's basically because of the Aeon disc. It procced on him. He was taking no damage, so he was able to blink afterwards. He blinks away from everything. Kind of ridiculous the way it works, but it is what it is. Fly becoming, well, became already a beast.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The way the fights are starting too, it's so simple for IG to initiate when they have BKBs on all their cores and the support, right? So they just jump in and the Lifestealer pops his rage and he can't really hit anyone because no one is controlled. They're just running circles around him. They can't use the Ravage. The Phoenix also dishes out no damage. I feel like with all the compliments I've given PP, the DP also doesn't feel like she's super effective at the moment.
Yeah, kind of leaving a lot to be desired. Qualifier just standing on the high ground, ready to go for the tier 3 in this mid lane, like breaking the high ground. He's trying to. Also thinking about the Rolling Thunder, that's it's gonna come. The blink behind it, Fly surviving, infest into the cart, but still nothing doing. IG able to freely get out of this one.
They still have Aegis for a minute and a half, and there's a double damage in the river, so they're gonna. Yeah, okay, it's Emo actually that picked up the DD. They didn't let the bottle. They didn't rally it over to the Morphling.
Where do you go if you're LBZS? Like, you have to leave your base. You have to fight to leave, and
It's always
I don't
the
know
same.
how much they can just wait.
Yeah, it's always the same play, right? Like you wait for the Aegis to be reclaimed. The moment Aegis is reclaimed, you can smoke up and go to your triangle. It's like that one last-ditch effort. There's like a different plan, like the next meta, new meta, in which you go to right towards your own jungle and you wait around that cliff that's next to the outpost. But that one is harder because you're fighting next to the outpost. A bit cheekier, though.
Right. So, 50 seconds remain on this Aegis. They maybe aren't trying to fight while it's happening, but right-click in, Rolling Thunder once more, and maybe even waiting to get onto the back line. Once that rage runs out, that's exactly what they're going to do. They get the kill to Sinful Soul, 75 seconds without him. The glyph, the snowball forward, but I don't know what it's really accomplishing at this point. Shards don't even block in Fly. They break through the high ground, and they get themselves the tier 3 tower.
Yeah, he's 30 seconds away from that Aegis being reclaimed. So probably wants to either die right now or move slightly back. Easy
Radiant
rage.
structures are fortified.
Yeah, I think you wait it out now, right? Like you regen up, then you can go back and finish the Raxes. There's no fortification.
Stealer never buying back, so maybe that would give a hint for IG that they could stand on the high ground and do whatever they really wanted to.
I feel like there's still a chance for LBZS when Lifestealer is back up. You can perhaps smoke. You have the Hex on PP. if you can eliminate a big target, maybe a Morphling or a Quap, you can take a fight. But it has to come off of that
Tough.
Hex. Like, there's no other way.
Have to be like right in, ready to go.
Yeah. You just need to use the Hex before they pop BKBs, somehow. If you get a good vision. Like, you pop the Hex, then you follow up with the Ravage. You can get a kill or two. Oh, they're going into vision.
Yeah, they're going into the vision. The Ice Blast is coming through. That's going to land onto the Phoenix. They get the kill onto both LG as TZ. And, well, now you've got the Rolling Thunder hitting on Death Prophet. Like, TP can't do anything, and it looks like LBZS just feel very lost in what they want to do.
That play is like the correct play, but with smoke, not without it.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Because you understand that they're going to have vision there, right? Like 100%.
Right.
That
Radiant's
cliff
top
will be
tower
warded
is
up.
under attack.
And if you're running into vision, that's going to happen 9 out of 10 times.
Even if it's not warded up, you have to go under the assumption that it is.
Of course. Maybe there's a little bit of nerves playing in here, obviously. Like, there's just so many emotions. This is
Radiant's bottom
the
barracks.
culmination of your whole year of playing, of your whole career, really. So it's understandable when there are some slight mistakes happening.
Yeah, I mean, it also goes hand in hand with like IG's a team bunch of a bunch of full veterans, right? Like
Yeah.
pressure's on LBZS to,
You
to
don't
get
strike
it
me
done.
like that guy. You strike me like someone that would respect his elders. Definitely. There are some players that thrive from that, man. Like, there are some players that enjoy playing versus veterans because they want to prove themselves, you know, like, especially the upcomers. And just look at OG right now. They're
Yeah, but they just go after the elders. There's some rookie
Yeah.
players who are just like, respectfully, I hit you. But
Look
OG's like,
Radiant
nah, we're
are
better.
scanning.
Look at this, they smoke up. Emo,
They
see
should be
him.
able to see Emo, yeah. They've got the Walrus Punch, the Ice Blast coming in, they get the kill on Emo. He doesn't have buyback, 90 seconds without him, actually.
Bango.
Supernova was
going back
committed,
in.
so maybe they could turn this around. They've got the Rolling Thunder and the quick kill on a Simple Soul again. 75 seconds. He's dead for a long time without that buyback, and now it's going to continue. They're looking for the Rolling Thunder, unable to get the blink on top. It's easy, but it's not going to matter as they finish off the Phoenix. And they've got Fly dominating. Ooh, they're right on top of the Tide, but TP'd back to base. So he
Nice
ends up
little-
getting into the trees and surviving.
Yeah, nice little blink and TP out, but it won't save the base. Fly is in, you don't have buybacks. This game, if it's not over, it's 100% mega creeps, but I do believe it's over. Simple
I'll call
Soul
GG.
calls it.
Radiant's top
Congrats to IG for making it true. It wasn't easy. Our first 3-game series that we cast together.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, and it was, you know, only what, round one of the playoffs. It wasn't of the lower bracket. Like, this is not really it's a big win, but it's not the end of the road by any means. Like,
It's the
congratulations, yeah, you
beginning
get to go
of
to the
it, right?
next round. But yeah, this is the beginning of the road to go towards the lower bracket. Like we said, I think it's